Didn't think Bigfoot was real? Think again. In fact, Bigfoot is the least of what's going on out there. In fact, I like to call it more like Alice in Wonderland because it's Bigfoot's the minority. In fact, I feel like he's like the spokesman for the unseen world. He's the closest thing that relatable to us. There is everything you could imagine out there. There is all of these tales and impossible to believe situations like gnomes and fairies and mermaids, and it's these are all psychologically deployed words to make your eyeballs immediately roll. Okay, this is all real, you guys, and I'm just trying to. Actually, a lot of us are just trying to show you this amazing other world we have found.
Yeah, there's no way these were. These are something. Look, it's a little one. It's either a little Sasquatch or it's one of these others, or one we don't know about. Think about what we don't know about out here.
So this was right before, moments before everything happened to me. Everything. And I wanted to show you a timestamp that no one has seen, I don't think, or that they didn't show me they saw it. Guys, I'll show you in another video, but who remembers the triple trees in Bigfoot Universe? This is one of the earlier shots of it. I can't tell you it's the first summer, but it might be actually. And to see that spot now is one of the most unbelievable situations. What they have done there over the years is mind-boggling, and I'll probably cover that just real quickly in a future video.
Wow. I hope the camera caught that. All right, so I decided to sit down here.
This is moments before I get to see my white one, before I hear my first bark, before I see my first X and first colossal structures ever. And it all happens to me at the same time. It was amazing. And they're just watching and listening to every word I say. Don't forget to add the whistles as well. That was in my last Bigfoot Confirmed, so I'm not going to add that stuff in
Because
here.
I ran out of memory. I was sitting right there. I had to delete some of the footage from today because, what the hell? So, because I came in on the spot by accident, and it's just too cool, and it just keeps going and going. Because I couldn't stop. I left everything I have down there. I have no gun. Look at that thing. Nothing with me. I'm not too worried about it, but mountain lions don't scare me. They're
Keep in mind, this is all right where the Bigfoot's sitting down, right where the giant one's eyes turned red, right where the whistles happened, the barks, my first sighting, everything. So this is just extra that's surrounding it. You can see him sitting there. You can see his knees, and there's a huge one behind him.
they're actually kind of wimpy. You get one once in a while. But look at this. I'm just seeing this now. I was sitting right next to it. This tree goes all the way down there. Now, if this thing had fell, you could just tell how skinny it is. Up here, it would have been like a giant whip. It would have just whipped out of anything. There's no way that thing got stuck in there.
It's actually really shocking to me at what I know now versus this moment. And it's all from the forest, not from any human being, not from anybody but them.
Okay? For all the haters. I'm just teasing. Look at this thing. That's not possible.
So as I'm looking through some of the archives for stuff to put in this video, I came across, this is where I just filmed that burnt Bigfoot world. Like literally the place got burnt down. So instead of putting the burnt part in, which is a few videos back, I just wanted to show you a few little clips of what it looked like before. So this is just for a certain amount of people. Look at that. So I go all through where this was all burnt. And it's amazing. So where they are, there's no question causes much more of a fire because of the mulch. And places like this, I guess I showed that picture twice. So I'll just leave this in. I just wanted to show you how green. So this is just for the people that remember. If you haven't seen it and you're interested, you can see this place completely burnt down. It's just a few videos, I don't know, 5 videos back or so, 10 maybe. And you'll see it'll say something about burnt world or something like that. It's just an amazing thing. I found footprints in there in the burnt part. it's fascinating. I saw that rock again. It was pretty cool. So I'm just going to play it like for a minute.
It was like an inconvenience to me, unless he needed it for something. So there could be things that we just don't get. And if you heard it, you'd be like, oh, wow, I never would have. Exactly. Oh, wow, you never would have. Just like everything else to do with them. Okay, so real quick. I'm dying to get up there, but I'm zapped, so I'm doing the best I can, okay? I know when I'm talking too fast. Again, it's blocked. Just like over there, it's blocked. Just like on the other side, it's blocked. I'm having trouble approaching this place.
I mean, the stuff they do is really just one giant torch. I mean, you could see what a fire would do to that.
I swear, like, I don't know what it is. I was put on delay or something. I think they were here the whole time. You know, somehow on this or something. It took me once I finally, because I went all the way. I zoomed from up there down here, and then I went all the way, maybe almost a mile. Trident. There's 2 tridents right next to each other. There's 1. There's 2. Look at this. You guys, look at this. And then look at this.
Guys, this is all gone. It's going to be so interesting to keep an eye on this. I can't wait to go back in the spring and see what they do, because they're going to rebuild, and it's going to be amazing. It's one of the cool things about doing this for so long now, is that we can start to really get into some amazing things, like going back to watch them build a world that's been burnt down. I think it'll be exciting.
When I tell you they just did this last year, you'll believe me, because look at the pine needles. It wouldn't have any pine needles. One day, that's not going to have any. This is ever. Watch. First of all, here's the X. Okay, look how perfect it is. You guys seeing that? There's 2. They're both, forget it, look, watch. Look at them separately. They're both perfect. Okay, watch this. Another rock. Just sitting there. I know they did it because, look. Another rock. I can't figure out where they pick these rocks up. You guys, why do you pick the rocks up? I don't get it. Like, what do you do with that thing? Is it just for decoration, maybe? Because they are kind of pretty. When that dirt comes off of that, it's just dirt. When it comes off of there, you guys, watch this. Let me start over. You ready for this? Every time I say that, I don't know where I heard it, but it was like, are you ready for this? Watch. These. Watch this. Because it's a place that no one's ever been before but me. I don't even think you could get here. Maybe one of you guys, but like a regular person that doesn't know about them, could never get here. They would just, because exactly what happened to me down there. I knew this spot, so I knew I wanted to come here. And they made me kind of, I was going to walk through here and I couldn't do it. And I just kept going like this. I'm like, I didn't, it's unexplainable is basically what it is. I can't swear to it. You know, how do you swear to it? But it happened. I think it happened. All right, watch this. It just happened. Okay? There's dirt all the way. Even a rock fell off of it. Okay? It was right there. You guys, that stump was right there, over 10 feet away. Here's the dirt when they pulled it out. Okay? And I'm going to show you why it's impossible. And you'll believe me. Okay, you can see where it all fell. Watch this. They're probably right there. They have to be watching me because my arms are standing up. I haven't felt like this, I don't think, this year. It's so eyes on or zapping on. It's almost insanity. Because this is one of their big spots. You guys see that? Look how far away it is. How many times do I have to do it before you get it? I got it right away. How many times does it take? Not you guys. That's incredible. Try to look at that. You guys, they had to wedge it in. These trees are being pushed apart just with the littlest bit, because when they laid it in there, look, it goes through. Check this out. That's overwhelming evidence right there. It's better than seeing the coolest looking structure ever. You guys, it goes underneath that one. Look. It's underneath it. And it connects to the rest of the forest because somewhere in here is a power plant. Holy shit, do you see that? Look at that. You guys, that X is field gold in a trident. Holy, wow. You see how perfect it is? These are not the same ones that I'm dealing with by the language. Those language ones are different. They are like the Dogman type. These are the ones that you want to be friends with. Those Dogman ones won't hurt you at all. In fact, I think they love it just the same when you're looking at their stuff, but they have rules that are different. You guys see this? So not only is it field gold, but it makes a ground X. An incredible ground X that goes under the other one. Okay? Now, I don't think anyone has ever shown undeniable evidence of a structure. So you could see the structure, but you know, there's still no evidence really of it, you know, like a stump that's in the air. Well, there it is, okay? I tell you all the time, but I don't think it sinks into everybody. Like this tree is not from here. Do you see it? Just show your friends and tell them how stupid they must be.
I put this in for Carlos, my numero uno amigo. So Carlos, this is gone. I was there during the burnt forest. This tree is just doesn't exist. I don't know if it got burned up or not, but the face that's on the backside is simply amazing, and it marks everything I just showed.
Look at that. You know.
You guys help me with this one. The still of this, I forget who got it, looks amazing, but I just came across the actual footage by accident as I'm looking through things. And I'm not sure. It looks like a rock, but I can't quite figure out the blackness of it. So let's take a look at this.
Just stop being, it's why we have such a problem with everything. What is that?
You know, when paused out here, it's really looking suspicious, but I think it's a rock. And one of the things, guys, is they use these incredible magic tricks to do this. But, you know, as I'm back and I look at it, it really looks like it's got to be something. I believe it's very possible that's a trick. But I wanted to address it because if I see something that's out there that I think it might be questionable, I want to be sure to talk about it because I'm not sure. I don't want to. Usually when I say look at this picture or I just put a picture in, it's legit. And when I came across the footage of that, I just took a double take was all. So take it for what you will, and it's up to you. It's on some of these situations, but I believe I'm in one of the most magical places I've ever found. So more than likely, it could be them. So if you're ever working on your own video or pictures or just something you're watching and you're like, I see something, remember I made it so you don't have to question it. Okay, that is something. After doing the review, at first I was up in the air, but if you look at the faces, then you'll see a black triangle, which never fails. And then, of course, there's even beyond the triangle, I see something else questionable. These aren't shadows. As you can see, there's no shadows. So I believe that's legit. And even beyond all that, there's another one that looks like he has his hand up. They wave at me a lot here.
That's why. Just be yourself. Just talk, scream, yell, whatever you want to do while you're here. Just be yourself. The louder you are, the more that you do that's unusual, the more they'll look at you. That's really soft. That's the first place I really made footprints. I got nothing coming through here.
You guys, check out this plane that was spraying that everyone thought was a UFO. It was even used in lots of other YouTube videos. I really went back and looked at this, and I think it's a star. You tell me. I really can't. I was focused on, the plane. I don't know how well I could see that. I think I did see it. It does look like it's moving, but it very possibly could be stationary and the jet stream is moving. And then I want to show you my mole man. My mole man just has not got enough attention. It's one of the best situations ever, watching a human fatality. And just gets ignored. It's an amazing thing.
Hey, sorry for cutting in. It is 11/18/2020. Just because I'm putting a few clips in this video that are older, and then at the end and in between some that are recent. So I've muted this clip. I'm really seeing something. I'm like, this thing's following it. Now, after looking at it just now, I got to be honest. What I think this is, you see how deceiving that is? I think that's a star. Believe it or not, I don't think it's moving at all. I think what's moving is the jet stream. You can see the side. This has got no snow at all. What is that? Why does it look like there's a face in the middle of that?
It's because there is. He or she is holding a baby. I've never seen anything like this. That's why I call it Mole Man. I'm sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-70 at a fatality, and they are watching. Now, this is not the original footage. I came across this. I had to use it because I don't even know where my original is. The original is amazing. Remember, uploading to YouTube really dulls it down. I can see the baby perfectly with the arm around it. Very special moment for me. Keep in mind, sometimes in situations like this, I kind of keep it neutral for the YouTube crowd. You can see there's clearly other ones underneath. You can see them. There's a whole nother white face in that shadow under the tree. But I'm saying, I'm saying, well, I'm not claiming anything, but I'm literally seeing him. Like I see the baby, I see everything, and I'm like, oh my God, he's holding a baby. He's not moving. It's one of their tricks, guys. They know that you're looking for movement. If they don't move, you see what? Nothing. Over and out.
Future now.com. So look at that, you guys. I think I've zoomed on this once before, but man, is it pretty today? It's blue skies. Oh, UFO. What is that? I can't use it. Darn it. I can't get there. Right there. You guys, I swear to God, I think it's a UFO right there. It's right there. There's no stream or nothing. And I can't get in. I got too many cars behind me. Oh, please tell me you can see that. He's gone. I hope that's on the camera.
I just cut a little of this from a video I did in the past. Just took a little bit of it out for some stills. It's not all in 4K because who knows what the time period was, but you should be able to see them pretty well. This is like a 10th copy, but as you can see, if you look carefully, there's one turning and waving at me. They always wave at me there. Well, I shouldn't say always, but so many pictures they're waving at me. Because I can give you a little idea. These are just my pictures in no alphabetical order, but these are all from video and in my video. I did an entire video on that. Terry found them. It's absolutely amazing. What do you say now if you don't believe? Oh, you put that there. It's from a Halloween. But they don't understand the system and the language. You know what I mean? People have no idea. I teach it. I've teach it so many times, my head's going to explode. Yet regular humans are walking around. They literally cannot even tie their own shoes. Simply amazing. We believe that's a cross, you guys. Whether it's what it symbolizes, no idea, but it is a cross. I think it's their tech. It's on those rocks. That's in PA. You can see them all. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, what I'm showing you now. It's never really been shown before. There's another one here. I won't go crazy on who. Look at his eyeballs. On who did the timestamps because. they know, and it's become. Look at them with the staff. It's not a staff, but it's like it's like one. It's a trident type of structure. I also noticed that the stuff they hold on their side are the same shapes as the structures that we find, like geometry type, like X's and things like that. This was an amazing one when I was down in the cave. Simply unbelievable. There's absolutely no blur whatsoever. No one looks. You know, it's amazing. People are playing video games instead of seeing real beings of the earth because they're simply just too dumb. There's no other excuse right here. The whole world, it's not really their fault they've been made that way. The society, they don't understand that they've literally been coerced into being an idiot. This is not mine. This is Brandon's. I don't have to. I didn't ask him about Brandon. I don't need permission. Look at that. That's amazing. So Bronzini Bigfoot, face recognition and everything going in and out. It's amazing. These are right there. It might be more than one. So you're seeing like the black outline, and it's almost like this is another face in front of it. I don't believe that face is part of that blackness. There's always more than one. So good job, Brandon. Brandon's getting the timestamps. Why? Because he knows their system is probably he's probably his knowledge base on their system, what some people call structures, is probably one of the best in this. You know, he's right at the top. He knows exactly what he's doing. Look at the exit there, and once you know that, which is not very hard, something has to click. There's another eyeball right there. Look at that. There's like a side face right there with a black eyeball. You see it? It's like his face is white, and he's attached. That's how we know, guys. Okay, the system. I've taught them that. There's TV shows out there. They're even telling me like Expedition Bigfoot. They have no idea. The guy's like, oh, we know what we're doing. I'm like, I was talking to Expedition Bigfoot guys, and they're like psychos. I finally apologized, and I was like, hey man, listen, I'm not trying to fight with you guys, but we're 6 years ahead of what you're about to do. What you're gonna do. You're just another Finding Bigfoot. I basically said, because I'm not gonna be like Mr. I'm gonna be right in your face. Like now you're treading in my territory. You're doing a subject and just pretending like no one's already done it already. It's almost like you made the first car. And then the new dealership comes, the new car company comes 5 years later and just pretends like you don't even exist. Like, hey, we're the new car. It's an amazing thing, people. They are just, we are at an all-time low level of stupidity. It's horrible. I don't mean to sound negative, but it's just horrible. Here's two of the little ones in PA at the bridge. You can see their tech right there above. It's their tech, guys, okay? Without fail, I film it every single day of my life that I'm out there. I've never not filmed it, or them. I filmed them more than anybody in the world, and combined with my timestamps and friends, I have more than anybody in the world could ever have or see, or ever catch up to. This is one of my favorites. Carlos, you found that one, right? A couple people found this one. This guy apparently, I don't know how old he is, but if he's older, which he probably is, has known me my whole life. This is on my property. And I can't wait to go back and really get to know these guys. There was too much distraction. I got to go back there alone, and I got to have nobody at the farm, I believe. And then I'll get you guys the best video ever. Do I want to do that? Not really, but I'm going to. We got, what else we got? Just a couple. The icicle timestamps. This is right around when we're seeing the blue tarp. You can see they're in there. Remember, it's not one thing. They don't all they can't all hide in the icicles with the energy. But remember, everything energy. And you better believe so are icicles. We've really determined that this wasn't a bear. The one that ran off, like I literally watched him. I walked through there, 5 minutes later came back, he was on there. No bear would have been there that fast. They pretend. He ran on all fours, so I would think it was. Remember, you're tricked too easily. Everything is your common sense is wrong. If you use it, you will do nothing. Oh, there's Charlie. I re-downloaded Charlie Max's picture. Look at that. Well, it's probably like a 10th copy. I keep it so it stays up in the front because I have too many pictures. Really good picture. Look, I must have been working on it in the plane. My boarding pass was timestamped. What else we got? That's me doing a wheelie at the farm. You guys don't want to see that. So this is what they're in Pennsylvania. It's incredible. Hey, sorry, my battery died on me. So the whole property. Look for these. A lot of times we're like, I don't see footprints. It's like, because sometimes they in the winter everything changes. They definitely stay, except for these couple big ones that seem to walk around. We find footprints all around the world, but they're isolated incidences, like just one set, things like that. And you know these guys are always together. So I think that dude's always on some special mission. Or, you know, it's not some rogue. It's not... Whatever the answer is, it's not in our brains. Okay? He's not out getting mayonnaise or trading with the neighbor or going to see his girlfriend. Or, you know, these are all things that you would do. Remember, everything they do is... almost nothing what they do is like what we do. So stop trying to worry about what the answers are so much. I will give those all to you in time. You just got to let it come. Stop thinking too much. Just absorb it, and don't overthink it, because the answers are most likely wrong. I promise. I've learned too many times over the years, like how you can just look back at me and see, like, man, this guy knew nothing 4 years ago. Love this one. Same place, right on the corner. You can literally see his eye. Look at the ridges on his head. He's little. Remember, this guy's little. This is what you got in PA. See the X right in front of him? You have to look very carefully. Right there. There's an X. You see it? Not only is it an X, though, okay, it's bent out of a trident. So it has a perfectly... This comes at a curve, right? It curves out of this tree, perfectly parallel in front of his face. It was a perfect trident. He bent the top part up into a symmetrical X. And a regular person still can't tell that that's something... You know what I mean? That's how we know 1,000% that that's legit. Not to mention because of everything I've done and how many times we've seen the same thing over and over and over. Tridents are my specialty. I'm the one that discovered the tridents. Never forget that. That's one thing I don't want people... No one's taking credit for the tridents and the X's. I'm the one that discovered them, put them in their system, put their ground system together. Everything is connected. Colorado Bigfoot. Don't forget. William. Great picture of the all masked people. Look at them right there. I think I got it better. There's a bunch of them there. So it's a rare picture because there's so many. Absolutely love it. You can see the open face. Don't mess with those dudes, man. They can make you do anything. There's another picture of that one. I believe there is one back there too, but I just can't see him. And I think there was some on the outside, like right in there. They were looking out from like every place. No one has a clue. You can't even convince the people, like, when they see a real picture, because they don't understand where I am. One of my favorites, proves every single thing that I talk about. This is John Pappas. You can see them in a group right behind him. They're literally right with us. Look at this. This is why I'm freaking out in Maryland. I knew everything that was going on, basically. I can't tell the video, and I can't tell these guys. I told them a little bit. I did tell the video a little bit too. And then there they are. There he is, holding onto the system. At first I thought it was real dogman-y, but if you look very carefully, Gail, I think you got it really the best. You can see his face is not human. It's he's got a real human body, but his face is different, at least as far as the picture is showing us. You know, you don't take this all right in. Like, in other words, if I put you over there, put you on their magic, especially like a girl, you'd be like, oh my god, look at my hair. Like, you wouldn't look anything like what you really look like. I mean, you can see even John here paused, looks kind of weird. Like, he's a better looking guy. Like, this is I'm sure he would agree, is a bad picture. It's just sometimes, the way this is from video, another video nobody saw. Just an amazing thing. You want to know the truth, but you don't watch the videos. With me, you got to check in. Remember, most of you are not going to get too many notifications. You got to check in. There's William's guy a little closer. It's a little blurry, but you can clearly tell. The picture's not blurry. Here's the main picture. It's not blurry at all, and you can see everything in place. All their stuff, same thing I film every single day, is right there. There's more than likely there's a sideways fork back there, like a trident. It's all of their system. I believe there's more back there, but seeing this guy up front is just the best. He's the leader. He's the dude right there, is making sure that William's not that they probably completely trust him, but just to be sure, there's no way William's going to go past these trees without getting... They already have him, whether he knows it or not. Like, they have him. It's tough to know. As good as William is at this, it's still very difficult to know when you're getting zapped. It takes lots of video. My white alien in Maryland, no one knows. No one wants to see the truths of the earth. They come out and show me so I can show you. But yet people are like, nah, you're saying you're special? It's like, listen, no one has said anything. I'm just trying to help you. I don't make money by you learning this, okay? I have support whether I show this YouTube video or not, because I have different platforms. I don't make money doing this. I do this because I love what I'm telling you right now. It's an amazing thing, and the secrets, every secret you ever wanted to know is on this side.
People don't understand that there is nothing more important in the world than this. No presidency, no new world order. This is the answers, because this leads to all the other hidden answers and all the truths. And if you don't want to know them, fine. No one cares. Whether you don't, just go back and what are you doing here, basically? You know, that there's a curiosity here that can bring some answers that can be found out no other way. You know, in factual ways, not like some guy just told us the answer on TV. This is, this can bring it to us so you have no doubt. I think, Sarah, didn't you find this one too? It's an amazing thing. I just came across this. None of these pictures I'm planning in order. I just knew they were there. And you can see him. You know, he's clearly like looks like a little court gesture almost. One of my favorite pictures. And if you don't believe it, there's the video. Just go to my channel. There's the video. There's the time. It's the first minute. Just stop it. He's right there. There's actually another one. I just don't show people the harder stuff. You can see right down there. You see the white one? He's right there. There's probably more. They're all on there, and they're always on the turned over trees that normal people say, oh.
See, what people don't understand is we all can read the language. Okay, that is literally called a walkway structure. It's part of their alphabet. Okay, that's how we know that it's real on the other side. Regular people, they can't see anything. They don't see the two sticks. They don't see the trees. It doesn't register with them. They don't understand. It's kindergarten level is why I have trouble even talking to these people, because they're so lost in society and so confused when it's all right here. It's all so simple, and we're just trying to help you.
Oh, look what the wind did. Because they like to push over shallow-rooted ones, so people would automatically assume that wind did it. Well, guess what? Hardly ever happens. Trees are made not to fall down. It's a little bit different, like in towns, like, if you're like on the East Coast or in a state that rains a lot, then, it is possible, when your tree falls down, that it's the weather. But where I go, they're made not to fall down from the wind. Yeah, that dude, he looks really old. Good picture. Dave's been a little nervous when I take him in. I think Dave, is just like, this guy's insane. Can we go slower? I'm like, nah. Look, my kids, uh-oh. So that's it. I just wanted to show you a couple. There's so many. So many. Cassandra, always coming up with the timestamps, name of the video, time. Remember, none of this is fake. Every picture you're seeing is from a video. Oh my goodness gracious. As Neil would say, good grief. Good grief. My absolutely beautiful, amazing youngest daughter, who I love more than life itself. Here's this guy again. Here's your system that we're talking about. Like, how does a regular person see that and not understand? Like, I don't know, that's about. They just walk right by. Well, you can't get to that particular place. It's impossible. But this is another good one. Who sent me that one? Bigfoot something sent me that. I forget. I don't forget, but just this second I can't remember the name. Incredible picture. That is not mine, but it's incredible. You can see him. He's purple. He's literally leaning right there. They're touching the tree to get the energy, and they got some kind of tech in front of them. And there's a giant skull there. Okay, this is what I'm dealing with on a daily basis, and I got to go home and hear someone say, "Oh, Bigfoot's not real." It's like, the guy's so sure. He knows it all. It's amazing. I could have avoided my whole channel. Oh, I just saw something for the first time. Look at that. So here's an amazing picture. People don't know. No one ever sees it. Even you guys don't see it because you're not on social media. Okay, he's right there. You can see his mouth. He's right there. His eyes are somewhere in there. I think they're closed or something. I think that's his eye there. You just can't really see it. And I just saw this guy for the first time. You can see his eyeballs. You see him? He's right there. Look at his eyeball popping out. Joel, we were just talking about this guy because Cynthia, was it? Yeah, got one of these guys in her video. This is the one with the headsets one's coming out of Joel's head. If you don't know that story, I'm not going to fill you in anymore. It's not fair to the people that follow me religiously that they have to hear me repeat constantly because there might be a new person that's too lazy to do their homework. And I'm done with that. If you're new, I welcome you with open arms, but go catch up. I can't torture my people anymore. The people that follow me on a daily basis. Every second of the day, they're behind me. And it gets old to put in old stuff and repeat.
A couple more really good ones, you guys. Look at that. How do you fake it? I only go to Bigfoot worlds. The more I do this, I've literally filmed them alive. Okay, here's statues of the little people I film. Okay, I've filmed them. These guys are actually only like 3 inches tall, 4 inches tall. And someone sure knew about them. Look at the skulls on top. If I come across that picture, I won't even show it because you guys have seen it a million times. My little picture, my little people. Wow, another one. That was amazing. Let me see what else we got. Look at this dude. Sorry about that. So some of them look like ancient, like they're like prehistoric, you know? Look at that. Remember, all attached to the system. I'm not showing you any pictures that are not a part of their system. There's an oldie but a goodie. Not oldie, but from a year or two ago. He's right there. I've shown the picture. Can't see anything. People say can't see it. Can't see it. You don't. They don't see the X, and they don't see the faces behind the X. It's an amazing thing. Can't see it. I just feel like these people, like it's like, what is going on? Are we hypnotized? You know, like is the world hypnotized? Are some people not meant to know? Look at that. When you see that, you know you found the best place in the world. I've located their entrances in many occasions. I know literally where they go into what I call the underverse. I don't want that word to sound like it's evil or anything because it just sounds cool. Like I just made it up. It has nothing to do with like you're going to hell or that's another problem people have. If it's anything down, they think it's like they literally think there's pots of hell under the ground and that's where you go to burn when you die. See his tech? Okay, never show you without their tech. Can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, never mind. This guy pretending to be the bush, that was a great one on that hike with Callie. No one sees it. No one knows. They want it all to be within their reason. Okay, and then the two backup guards right next to him. That was an incredible day for me and Callie. Oh, what a day that was. Very, very, this dude. All real. When you walk by, he just goes right back into the ground and becomes on his back. It just looks like the ground. But yet again, people are just too simple. No, that can't be. No one taught me that in nursery school. That can't be true. Look at this. I forgot about this. When did I get that one? What is that blue in the back? Check it out. It's great. It's just Colorado Bigfoot, and it's got the dude on the toilet. I love it. I don't know why or what it means, but I still love it. Who did that for me? Tell me who did that. I forgot I even had that. I forgot who gave that to me. Here's the others in their magic. What we call a cloud. So if you're wondering why is he doing this, because I'm just trying something a little different, and I wanted to do some of this on the live video yesterday. Here's a little one. All from live video. Okay, it's all real. Oh, Mark, I believe it's 12 feet, but there's no way there's little ones. Unsubscribed. It's a good thing, again, you know everything. We can just shut down the shop now, and all our answers are solved. We have all the answers now because this guy that knows nothing has told us. I can't help it. Sorry. That's about it. I'm starting to jump. There's hundreds of timestamps from the last few videos. But I'm trying to show you, the easier ones. There's the bird. Shows you that when I have 200 videos of the birds landing with me, and there he is controlling the bird. Okay. Very quickly, I just want to remind people how important it is not to forget this image that I'm showing you. Okay. These are all there for a reason. Bigfoot universe. Okay. I've filmed, yes, I have to say it, I have filmed this more than anybody in the world. They're right in the back. He's right there. And actually, look at this guy here. Watch. And we'll see him. You see him? He's actually wearing like a robe. There's 3 of them. You know those are legit because of him. And then most of all, why do we know? Because of that. And nothing's on the ground. It's a connected system. They can't do it without it. I mean, what I look forward to, I don't want the world to know, but what I look forward to is dumb people feeling actually the dumbness. I'm not dumb by saying dumbness. I'm trying to make it nicer because I don't want it to be an insult. That's the catch here. I really don't. When I say dumb or idiot, they're terrible words, and it does affect me when I say them to people. I don't want you to think what I want it to be is like a wake up call, like you to whip your head around and be like, excuse me, I am dumb. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want because I want you to think a little bit. If you think a little bit, that you may figure it out. Yes, you are. As far as this Earth goes and what we're showing you, there isn't any dumber. Oh, there's that picture big. I'm sure they must be in that shot. That one still exists, that X I was just showing you. This is Bigfoot Universe. These are random. I just wanted to show you. Remind you really quickly. You'll see I haven't shown you a picture without an X yet. Okay, some of the most complex structures in the world are here. This is Predator Hill. In the world, ever found by any human being. Although axe, let's go to that next. Just look. If you don't see it, something's wrong with you. Run as fast as you can back to the human bubble. Please go back there. Go watch the news. Whatever you got to do, just leave me alone. Here's the people like to see. I love hearing there's no Bigfoot. It's in Hawaii. But not even Bigfoot. It's a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine I used to work with in Jersey. See their structures right there. And I think there's one looking right over their shoulder. He's right there. He's literally photobombing right there. Because he knows someone's going to see him. One of you guys, someone's going to. They want to be known. So would you. But they have to stay within the confines of their rules. Okay, so I can go on and on. These are just X's, guys. Every single picture you see is an X. And so, some have some complex structures, but I mean, I'm going even to the freestanding, most blatant quartz place ever found in the history of the Earth, right there, me and Callie. No one sees them. They don't watch. Whenever the video's the best, no one sees it. I'm like, how does everyone pick the worst videos and then the best ones, no one sees it? Another freestanding X right next to the other one. So that's all. I just wanted to give you guys just a brush up on who found the X's, who is the reason that we know the structure so well. I'm not saying people didn't bump into structures before me, but they had no idea that meant they were there. That was marking. They didn't know they were connected. They had no idea that they have to have those. They thought they were symbolic maybe or something, but no, that they are all in place for a reason. And we are the ones that figured that out, which is simply an amazing thing. I can go on all day long with the seats. Look at the seats there. Okay, all with the language. I'll never show you a timestamp without the language, without the system. Call it whatever you want. You don't have to call it. I just make those names up. You don't have to call it. You can call it whatever you want. Okay? Seats, X's. Every single one's an X. It must be the same storm traveling around in circles making these X's all around the world. And what you're seeing here, if you're new to this, is going to make you feel really, really, really stupid one day when you had the chance to learn before all of the common sheep of the world and be cool and be able to do this and be involved with this when the rest of the world is just waiting for the news to tell them what to do. You could have been one of the people involved in this. That's Graceland. I can tell you where every structure is, where every X is. I can't even tell you yesterday, but I never forget when it comes to this. That's not true. but hardly. Because I do have to ask, where was this? If it depends on the picture. But when I see this, if you're showing me this, I know exactly where it is. You give me the main markers, I can tell you almost every time where this was. This is after 1,000 trips. Think about that. Maybe more. I've done 1,000 videos, so I'm probably into my, 1,500 times just going out for the day. Does it sound like a lot? Do the math. There's the little people. So I showed you the statue of them. Oh, I lost it. There they are. There's 4,500 X's right there. I'm sorry, 5,129 X's. Minus a couple pictures like this that are in there for some reason by accident. So there's the little people. I just showed you the statues of them. They are real. They're still alive and still current. Nothing's in the past. It's all real and still here right now. You've just been tricked. And if you think this is the only thing, this is just the beginning of the deception. It runs extremely deep. All right, so when you say this, you found them. Start zipping the mouth and start opening the ears and listen to the people that are stand in the middle of them, the people that have discovered this, or you're going to go nowhere in this subject. Am I trying to get more people? No, not at all. I'm talking to the extra 10 people I want in the next year. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I have some more of these to come. Hopefully a little better than this. It's an incredible amount of time to go through some of these archives. I just want to throw this clip in really quick of me smoking Cali. And then I go up here and I talk to Dan. That was all. The reason I'm putting this in is because I just found it. I haven't seen it in years. And I just want to know, I never ask you to comment, but if you remember this video, then I want you to tell me in the comments. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much.
Oh shit. So as we get to here, it's like really chilly. Dan the Bigfoot Man. What's up, buddy?
All right, so this guy's gonna pull the side for us once we catch up to him. Do not blow by them.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna cruise by him.
Oh, you talked to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I just blew by him.
Oh. All right.